When I started to think about who I am as an innovative person, as anything, I realized something. I want to create something. I wanted to create myself, naturally. But I thought, I'm not really a who, but a what. Because what are we if we aren't the sum of our parts? We are like a sketch of ourselves. I am like my sketch, and a sketch is like an idea. We start with our eyes and 1,000 tiny lines. We make an outline, and then after a while these lines, these small sketches of lines, they build on themselves and they become something more. It's the process for me, the process of creation where I found my creative self thrives. Within these tiny little lines, there is an idea. They form a distinctive nose and a shape, and they become a person. I started out in this class as a creative person that had taken too many static classes, too many art classes and English courses, when they told me how to be, what to say, what to write, how to draw. In my very first creativity journal, this static way of living had taught me to always draw an outline a specific way. Eyes first, then the defining features, like the outline of a face, the very same way. To fulfill this outline, I asked, what is a creativity journal exactly? Give me directions. Where do I look in Palmer Square? Where is the routine? What I discovered was that the world has no answers for me. The world has no answers for me except that I have the answers myself. Just draw. I think that something that is unique about myself as an innovative person is my propensity to be enthusiastic. But one issue I've had was that my enthusiasm, that smile sketched in graphite, is that it leaves me when I search for practicality and the negative aspects of a sketch or an idea before I've even begun. In the Palmer Square project, I found myself placing invisible constraints on myself. No, the whole town couldn't possibly be made of glass, or in the scavenger hunt exercise. No, it must not be feasible with the technology we have. But by the final project, I was able to overcome this part of myself. Yes, maybe calm hour is difficult to implement, we thought, but nothing is impossible. I want to erase the negativity of a frown, of the part of my innovative self that was always searching for practicality. I want to replace it with things that I say and make that are powerful, swirling, and bold. What comes next is age. I want to grow wiser with experience, and I always want to be looking forward. I do not want to become more critical. I do not want to look backwards. I want to create things that last long after I'm gone. I want to become a person that isn't afraid to pave her own path, to create her own major at Princeton, to petition the university to treat athletes the same way it treats all students. I want to create things that last long, and I want them to follow behind me like the strongest wind. But most importantly, I want to become someone that isn't afraid. I want to become someone that isn't afraid to know that when it all fades away, things are still left behind. The impact is still left behind. Because most importantly, I want to become someone that isn't afraid to start over. At the end of the day, no one is too old for a new beginning, for a new idea, for a new sketch.